Hey there, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, and it's time for the three big things you need to know. We're going to do things a little bit differently, but we're going to talk about what you can expect moving forward in 2023 when it comes to the economy. So here's what I want to discuss. I want you to look at this chart right here, and you can see that when we have a high point and then a low point, you're going to see these shaded areas indicate that we had a recession. So we can go back in time and we can look at all of these indicators on different years that we had recessions. So we can tell when we cross this hump over here that we are heading into a recession. And if this hump continues to go in the direction that it's going in right now, then a recession is imminent. We're going to talk about how that impacts you. But before we do that, let's look at another chart here of a leading economic indicator. These economic indicators show that these are recessions in the shaded area. And every time we come off of a high into a low, we have a recession. Now, one more chart that I want to show you here, and that is this one here. These are also economic indicators, all in the negative area over here. To the left side is negative. We come into December 22, negative, 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 negative. We had one tiny positive up here, one positive here, and barely anything on the positive down here. Really not much to speak of. All of these indicate a recession. But let's talk about how that impacts you. So when we are in a recession, I'll take a recession over inflation any day of the week. We can see that inflation has driven the cost of everything up. Your eggs, your bacon, your milk, your groceries, everything has been driven up by inflation. Now, even your fuel is not included in the in the indicators of inflation. It's not one of the components, but you and I both feel like it's a component, that's for sure. Now, if we go into a recession, what's going to happen? Typically, when you see recession, you will see interest rates improve. And that's why we think interest rates are going to improve at some point later in the year, possibly toward the late of the first half of the year, or even into the third quarter of the year. We could see a bit of an improvement, possibly even down around 5%. Now, some people think, even Fannie Mae came out last year and said that we could see 4.75% moving into the end of the year. Now, that's great news because interest rates will start to drop. However, I don't want you to sit on the sidelines and not enter the market now. Why? Because as soon as rates drop, housing prices skyrocket up. And then you don't get the appraisal. Appraisals can't catch up with value. There's all kinds of issues. Buy a home now. We'll refinance it when it hits 5 or 4.75. That's going to be the future. There's my crystal ball. I'm telling you something. There are positive signs coming, even though it looks like a cloud. There's always a silver lining. So those are the three big things you need to know. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, if your friends and family need a mortgage, I'm always there to help them. If you need a referral from a real estate agent, I'm there to refer them to you. And if you are a hero and are seeking hometown heroes, they're starting to run out of money, just like I've been telling everybody. So don't wait. If you want to buy a home and you want to tap into some of that hero money. So have a great weekend. Thanks for listening.